Let us talk about Rahu today. Rahu in the series of Rahu in different houses. As we continue, let us take up Rahu in the fourth house. Before we look up at Rahu in the fourth house, we need to take a good look at the Karakas of Rahu, that is the things and the people Rahu stands for. Also, we need to have some background about the fourth house. So, Rahu stands in Karakas. Rahu stands for harsh, speech, sarcasm. It is unrest. It is going to different country, traveling abroad. It is about confusions and it is about suspicious. Rahu makes a person very suspicious, and when it is at times in the fourth house afflicted, it can lead to chronic amount of mental afflictions, because the fourth house also shows mental stability and peace. It is also gambling. In the fifth house, Rahu can lead to gambling, but that is for the next part in the series. It is intelligence par excellence. High speed winds because Rahu has a windy nature. Worship of Ma Durga. Time and again, I refer to this because it is one of the major antidotes of Rahu, one of the greatest enemies of the illuminaries, because it grasps the illuminaries at least twice a year each, and they have to come out of its shadow. It is said to be very influential. There is no giver like Rahu. Rahu is said to make the person it bestows its goodwill on as rich as Croesus. It is smoke. People with key planets in Rahu Nakshatras are known to be chain smokers. Rahu is also drugs. It could be the drugs that we take for medicinal purposes or the recreational drugs, depending on its position and its affliction in the chart. It is selfishness. Rahu can make one par excellence as selfish a person, because Rahu in the Lagna can make a person very I, me, myself oriented if it is afflicted. Rahu is the illusionist at its best. The fourth house. The fourth house is also called the Matrukaraka. It is also called the Sukha house, and it is also called the Bandhu house. It is a place where one finds peace and stability. Mother is a great associate of this house. Moon, Venus, Mercury, Jupiter, and Mars are the rulers of this house, and this house is related to an old age. All the family members, especially the mothers, make up a part of this house, and its social status is related to education, moral, virtue, and masses. That means social level, these four govern the fourth house. The career in leadership of the masses is something that is seen in the fourth house. Mother or stepmother. Mutual relationship between mother and the self. Mother's quality, personality, nature, and habits, shortcomings. So anything and everything that one wants to know about the mother is easily read through the fourth house. Legal disputes with mother. Inheritance of property. Health of mother, influences of mother, mother's influence on the domestic health, and also how the employees influence mother and the person. It's about the transport for self, for livelihood, for family, for pressure. So it is also a house of transport. People whose Rahu is very strong in the fourth house, we will see have the best of transports. Use of transports for criminal activities, accidents due to vehicles, loss of luggage and compensation, high blood pressure and problems relating to it, inheritance of property, breeding and maintaining of domestic animals, loss, damage, theft of transport, insurance claims thereof, appetite, digestive system, problems with the digestive system and food poisoning, cancer of the breast, treatment of the same, death of mother figures, losses due to gambling, adoption of a child, menstrual cycle and procreatory system, gynecological problems related and the treatment thereof, running of clubs, casinos, and discotheques, using these as a means of entertainment, unlawful running of business with reference to the above point. Before we move on to Rahu in the 4th house, let us check out the examples. Once having gone through all the examples, we will move back to the inference to make a greater impact. Salman Khan is the first example here. He has Rahu in his 4th house. His Rahu is in Rohini Nakshatra, a very interesting point. Salman Khan is an Indian film actor, producer, singer, and a television personality. In a film career spanning almost 30 years, Khan has received numerous awards, 2 National Film Awards and 2 Filmfare Awards included. He has a significant fan following in Asia, and the Indian society, the Indian media throughout the world, and he's cited by the media as one of the most commercially successful actors of the Indian cinema. Salman Khan is known to be a very charitable person, but the main key feature here is he rules over the masses of the Indian cinema. Bhaijan, as he's commonly known in the Indian film industry, he is revered, he is respected, and he's looked up to by the masses at large. Every Sunday, there is a crowd outside his home waiting for just a glimpse of him. He's also known to be a very generous person at heart, and he is closest to his mother. His relation with his mother is huge. Also, it has been on public told by his father that because he tries to find his mother in every girl that he dates or ends up as his girlfriend, he's not been able to marry well. He is one of the most eligible bachelors of the Indian film industry, going on 50s, yet single. So he has a strong relationship with his mother. Also, he's very private about everything he does, and never would anybody hear what he has to say for his girlfriends, why they broke up, why they met in the first place, and how. The next case is of Robert Kennedy. Robert Kennedy was an American author, attorney, political personality from a noted family. He was a politician, but people treated him like a pop star. Throughout the last campaign, wherever Senator Kennedy came nearby, people clutched at his hands, pulled off his buttons and cufflinks, trying desperately to touch him. After the assassination of his brother, President John F. Kennedy, he carried the mantle and the mystique of the hero. He was very close to his brother and always looked up to his brother for affection. Lot of deals as he had, coming from a very powerful and a political oriented family. He had lots of deals and they were always shredded in secrecy. His affairs that he's very well known for were also very secret and hushed up. He had an emotional craving and a very great need for a strong emotional bonding that he satisfied with his elder brother, John F. Kennedy. Not far behind is the case of John F. Kennedy. John F. Kennedy also has his Rahu in the 4th house. Well, we all know him to be the 35th US president and the first Catholic and the youngest man to win the nation's highest office. The son of Joseph Kennedy, a powerful entrepreneur, the youth had a precious intelligence and boundless ambition and was raised with privilege and good education. On his 21st birthday, he received a trust fund of 1 million. That is way back in 1938. After graduating from Harvard, Kennedy joined the US Navy in 1941. He served in the Pacific in 1943. So he did his duty to the country also. He was assassinated. The fourth house Rahu sits in shows a great deal of craving for being accepted and loved by the masses. He was also one of those people who made it big but yet inherited a lot from his mother: her wit, her love for literature, her ability to garner attention of the media and the masses. All this and much more he loved, and he got it from his mother. He was very enamored by her, and he always, though there were times when he did reproach her for leaving them and going away from home, but he loved her nevertheless. There was a need to have a stable relationship with his mother that was always on his mind. Last but not the least is Monica Lewinsky. Monica Lewinsky is an American activist, television personality, fashion designer, and former White House intern. President Bill Clinton admitted to having what he said an inappropriate relationship with Lewinsky when she worked at the White House in 1995 and 96. The affair and its repercussions, which included Clinton's impeachment, became known later as Clinton-Lewinsky scandal. As a result of the public coverage of the political scandal, Lewinsky gained international celebrity status. She subsequently engaged in a variety of ventures that included, making designs of handbags, and then she became a television personality. Then she decided to leave public life and she moved to London to pursue a degree in psychology. She returned back to the public forum in 2014 to become a social activist, speaking out against cyberbullying, which she herself had to face because of her affair and her scandal. During the time when the scandal broke out, she found solace in her mother's home. Her parents had had a very acrimonious and bitter divorce, which led her to have a very strong impact on her psyche. She was always looking for love and craving, and her mother had supported her during the darkest of her phase in life. Now, let us come to some common grounds that we see with these people with Rahu in the fourth house. They make a strong connect with mother. They get gains from the land because Rahu again is the fourth house, and in their land they become very famous or infamous, as the case may be. They crave emotional and domestic stability. Very much seen in case of Salman Khan, a person having a huge family around him and always there for everyone. That is the case with him. Too much of ambition may prove detrimental, as we have seen in case of John F. Kennedy, a person who was always on the go, no matter how sick he was, and always wanted to be the number one wherever he went. Well, that fought out against him and he was assassinated. There will be a lot of changes in professional life because Ketu in the 10th makes sure of that. Secrecy and need for privacy. Everybody that we have taken up as an example has had the need to be secret. Yes, they have always tried to cover up their private life, but for some, it has blown away a little too badly. They have had a difficulty in expressing themselves. Well, a difficulty in expressing themselves would mean that verbally, it would not be possible for the person to show his or her love, but they would definitely do it by their deeds. God forbid, death may occur due to unnatural means, may have to work among unworthy or hostile environment, which we have seen in all the four cases. So this is what Rahu in the fourth house might bring for you. One final thing that could go in for research is because of such a lot of craving for emotional security, these people are bound to change partners, physical partners quite often, because fourth house is also about bed pleasures. So this is something that can be open to a lot of research, and this is something that is naturally gifted in the chart as we speak about it on a very clinical and analytical level. Till we meet again, have a nice time and stay safe.